Okay, and we're back for some more excavating of Hobbs Barrow. Well, to be fair, last time around we didn't really even get to Hobbs Barrow. But we're making steps in that direction. We got our stuff, we got a creepy doll for a creepy girl, and now she's going to show us where Hobbs Barrow is, and yeah. I guess we have a short one manservant, but I'm sure we can manage. I mean, you know, especially since the locals, as we've heard before, they mean well. Okay, let me quickly check. Isn't there... What? Oh man. Isn't there like also a journal thing? Ah. Okay. Oh, paraffin.
I have nothing else to...
But yeah, we got a creepy doll, we've got a worm, we've got an empty little lantern, we've got a trowel, a chisel, and I mean, what else could I go want?
It looks like... It looks like the same make as my own.
Okay.
Good day.
Yes?
I was wondering if you might be able to spare some lantern oil.
I don't have much to spare, lass. Paraffin is as rare as hen's teeth in these parts. How much coin do you have?
None, I'm afraid.
If you're in a bind, I can trade you a small amount.
A trade, you say?
Aye.
What can I trade you for some lantern oil?
Surprise me.
What can I...
Surprise.
Thanks for your...
Aye.
Okay, mister.
I do not wish to set... I don't think Mr. Crozier would be interested in trading his paraffin for this.
His loss.
Hmm.
Aww.
No, that won't...
Aww. I thought there might be some fun stuff here. Okay. I mean, I guess, I don't know. Not sure. We would have liked the implications there. Like giving some
Yes,
random dude the keys to your room. Seems a little bit suggestive, I guess. There's creepy child. There's creepy child.
I present to you Myrtle.
Myrtle! I missed you so much.
Now, I believe we had a deal.
Hide and seek.
Okay.
Come back!
Maybe we're not going to be
For moments
excavating
like
Hobbs
these, I
Barrow.
hate myself for not having children.
Maybe we're not excavating Hobbs Barrow today after all. But now we can touch the fossil.
I can't pry the fossil.
So that's cool, I guess.
Splendid. I've managed to extract it in one piece.
Okay, and now I think we've got something to trade.
An exceptional ammonite fossil.
Yeah, this ain't your daddy's ammonite fossils, that's for sure. So that's
Hey!
Not a great hiding spot, honestly. Fine. You know what? Fuck you, kid. I'll talk to the grown-ups now.
Would you trade some of your paraffin for this fossilized ammonite, Mr. Crozier?
Now then, 'tis a beauty that. It looks familiar. I'll take it off your hands.
Wonderful.
Let me fetch some paraffin from inside. There you are.
Alrighty.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
Hmm?
An opened tin of paraffin. My lantern is fueled and ready for action.
That's right. And don't you forget about it. Anyways, guess let's also find the stupid kid.
Jane? Jane, get out of there. Don't make me come in. Fine. Curses. The hole is too small for me to fit through.
Yeah. Fair enough. That one kind of made me giggle too. Because I'm, at heart, I'm 14 years old too. Okay. Let's...
I was always happiest with a trowel in my hand. Uncovering hidden worlds within the earth itself, clod by clod. That should do it.
Alright. Fine, fine.
Right, let's put this lantern to good use.
Come on, what kind of adventure game is this if I don't have to use the matchbox on the lantern first? It's like the game is playing it by itself.
Jane, come out at once.
Anyways, that's cutie.
Goodness me.
Okay.
Jane!
Silly, what are you doing in that smelly old badger's hole?
You were in there.
No, I weren't.
Yes, you were.
Not true. I was hiding behind that tree over there. I got bored of waiting for you.
So where can I find Hobbs Barrow?
Go north from the church graveyard, up the hill. You'll see some muddy fields on the horizon. That's Mr. Bryden's farm. Hobbs Barrow is there. Don't tell any grown-ups I told you. And thanks for getting Myrtle back.
You're
My
welcome.
pleasure. Thank you, Jane. You've been a great help.
I mean, let's maybe one day talk about how you turn into badgers, but
I shan't be visiting the badgers again. I was lucky to escape intact.
aww. Couldn't be me. I mean, actually, I could just use the map, but... okay. Doesn't really help in this case. There we go, north from the graveyard, and... somewhere there.
As I trudged through the barren moors, with only the odd sheep for company, I reflected upon my visit to Bewley thus far. The enigmatic Mr. Shoulder and his puzzling disappearance. The townsfolk of Bewley who had made it as difficult as they could for me to find Hobbs Barrow. The suspicion, the wariness in their eyes. Only now I know it was actually fear. In the end, it was the innocence of a child, young Jane, that condemned me to my fate. I've no desire to wander the furrows.
No? Aw, no more chickens to pick up. Oh, oh no. It's a goat. A goat in an adventure game. That can't be good. Aww.
Easy girl. I'm not fond of goats at the best of times, but this one seems particularly disagreeable.
I don't know. She seems nice.
Wild-looking thing.
Come on, at least the goat in Broken Sword actually attacked you.
This is not mine to take.
What do you want?
My name is Thomasina Bateman. Mr. Bryden, I presume.
Aye? What do you want, lass?
I understand Hobbs Barrow is located on your land.
Oh, well, yes. Why'd you ask?
I am an antiquarian, Mr. Bryden. I'm writing a volume on the Barrows of England.
Oh, I suppose you'll be wanting to dig about it.
If at all possible, Mr. Bryden. I was invited to Bewley by Mr. Leonard Shoulder, who told me such an excavation would be possible.
Leonard Shoulder? Ha! I haven't seen him in years. The last I heard he were on death's door. There's to be no more digging there, lass. Not since it went so badly last time.
Uh-huh.
Was there a previous excavation of Hobbs Barrow?
Aye. Me brother dug it up. Must have been, what, 25 years ago? You see, whatever he found inside, well, it drove him mad.
Oh?
Aye. I moved back here to look after him. Poor bastard hanged himself not long after.
Well,
I'm
you're
sorry,
a
Mr.
great
Bryden.
caretaker
That's
then.
terrible.
Aye. Time passes, but it were an awful thing.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Bryden.
I live here with my wife, and I might be long in tooth, but I can still run this farm without too much help.
What did your brother find?
Samuel. Samuel were his name.
Sorry, what did Samuel find in the barrow?
I don't know. But something went wrong. Afterward, he could barely speak. You couldn't make out a word, like.
That must have been hard.
He lost a hand in that excavation too, you know.
Oh.
Goodness me, how?
I try hard not to speculate on what might have happened, lass. I'd see him disappear into that barrow, dragging timber in with him. You'd hear him hammering away for hours. I offered him help, but he'd have none of it. Soon enough, he blocked the entrance off. To look at it now, you'd never know the thing we dug up. The land has reclaimed it.
Okay.
Who else was involved in the excavation?
2 others, I believe. Outsiders, perhaps. I can't say for sure. I think they left town pretty swiftly afterwards. I lived in Bakewell at the time. I only moved back here to look after Samuel. I took over the farm when he passed away.
I see. What can you tell me about your farm?
Samuel's fair to side. We're a fortunate family. The soil is fertile here. Crops grow without too much trouble. All the other farmers round here raise livestock. Even Lord Panswick. We grow feed for him.
Most fortunate, Mr. Bryden. Is your wife home?
She's out in fields, lass. Pulling weeds. The curse of such fertile soil. 40 years we've been married. I couldn't do it without her, you see.
How splendid.
Aye. My wife is a fine woman. Are you married, lass?
No. I've had my fair share of proposals, Mr. Bryden, but that's not the life for me.
Marriage is an important institution. You'll find a man one day.
I manage rather well without one, Mr. Bryden.
You
You
tell
haven't
him,
seen
girl.
Mr. Shoulder for some time.
I hear about him now and then, but it must be a good few years since I set eyes on him.
He hasn't been here to visit Hobbs Barrow.
Not to my knowledge. I heard he's beset by ailments. Don't leave his home often.
How odd. I assumed he'd spoken to you about my visit.
Not at all.
What can you tell me of Lord Panswick?
He keeps us going. Most of our crops go to feed his animals.
What is he like?
Oh, I've hardly laid eyes on him. He sends his workers here to pick up the crops.
I see. That's quite an intimidating goat you own.
If you know what I
The
mean.
old girl does a better job of protecting this farm than any hound would. She still produces a lot of milk for us, so we forgive her temper.
You say Mr. Shoulder is at death's door. What exactly ails him?
I'm unsure. It's just what I've heard. I wouldn't want to speculate on matters that are not my business.
Mr. Bryden, may I please have your permission to excavate Hobbs Barrow?
No. Have you not
Okay.
been listening, lass? Samuel found something in there that's best left to rot. No digging here, lass.
Wouldn't you like to find out more about what Samuel found in there?
Perhaps. But Samuel boarded up that barrow for a reason. You don't want to tempt the same fate, lass.
Perhaps I can at least see Hobbs Barrow.
I suppose you've come a long way to be here, lass.
All the way from London, Mr. Bryden.
Have you any proof of all you've told me?
You wish to see proof of what, Mr. Bryden?
I can't let any Tom, Dick or Harry wander around me fields. What proof have you of your claims?
You wish to see...
I can't let... What...
Oh,
Thanks for...
Ta-ra.
I mean, maybe?
Here is proof that Mr. Shoulder invited me to Bewley in order to excavate Hobbs Barrow.
Joke's on you, child. I can read.
Leonard making bold promises, I see. Don't make me regret this. But yes, you can have a look at it.
Thank you.
Any road. Once you've set your eyes on it, you won't be wanting outdo with it. The place gives one a queer feeling.
So where can I find it?
Through that gate to your left. Just head straight across the top to the field there. After 10 minutes or so, you'll see Barrow. Set on a hill ahead.
Thank you again, Mr. Bryden. I really do appreciate it.
Now it's time to get excavating.
I
Wow.
probably should have brought my umbrella.
Ow.
AR. I haven't a clue what that could be referring to.
Absolutely roasted. Like the characters in this game are when I make one of my witty remarks.
Someone has carved the letters AR into the stone. Finally, here it is. Hobbs Barrow.
Okay, great. Very impressive.
Indeed, a barrow of a most unusual rectangular form. I've not seen something like this since West Kennet Long Barrow. Yes, this shall make a fine entry for my book. What secrets do you conceal, I wonder? That smell. Earthy and sweet.
Uh-huh.
3, 2, 1. You can open your eyes now, Thomasina. Come. Are you ready for your first excavation?
Yes, Daddy.
Capital. Make sure you remember everything I've taught you. I have a feeling you might find something special.
How exciting.
I'll be watching from the steps, my little bird. Good luck.
Thank you, Daddy.
Okay. Ah, I saw something there.
Thomasina, a true archaeologist, uses the tools of her trade.
Daddy has buried something here. Daddy has buried... Hello. Daddy told me I should always carry a trowel on my excavations. Now I'm ready.
Wow, finally we've uncovered her origin story.
Father told me I should... Nothing here.
Oh well.
No treasures here.
And not a cell phone inside.
I need this.
Fine.
Treasure! Daddy, I found the treasure! Look!
Well done, little bird. Your first successful excavation. That urn you're holding is very old and precious. Take good care of it, all right?
I will, Daddy. I promise.
Okay.
I do have a feeling there is something exceptional to be discovered here. I must gain Mr. Bryden's permission to excavate.
This game would have been so much easier if Thomasina had just gotten into Fortnite instead.
I do have... I must gain...
Okay. Ah, come on, he needs permission.
In good time.
Aww. Such a square, Thomasina.
Darkness falls quickly here. I should make my way back to the inn. I shouldn't disturb...
Okay, fine.
This is not... It's fast asleep. I wonder what goats dream of.
Aww. Oh,
I don't wish to risk waking it up.
no. Come on.
It's fast asleep. I wonder what goats dream of. I've already...
Okay, we all warmed up, fine. I thought it couldn't hurt to bring a spare, but alas.
I'll have to read it tomorrow. It's too...
Okay. Fine, I guess... Doesn't want us to start exploring really the game.
St. Edmund's is...
Ooh.
The sign is in a shop. It's late.
Okay.
Mr. Crozier is enjoying a large mug of ale. Good evening, Mr. Crozier.
Evening. Thanks again for the fossil, lass. 'Tis truly a beauty.
You're most welcome. How long have you been collecting fossils?
Ever since I were a boy. The moors look a barren place, but there are plenty of fossils to be found in the rock formations. All manner of creatures to uncover.
Such a playground for a young lad. What's your favourite piece in your collection?
The ammonite you gave me today.
Aww.
Most recent is always the best.
Indeed.
What about you, lass? Do you collect out?
I do. You see, I'm writing a book on the Barrows of England. It shall be called Vestiges of the Antiquities in Rural England. I document all my findings.
But what do you collect?
Pottery, tools and such.
Bones too, no doubt.
No, I leave those in place.
You've got a morbid heart, lass. Fussing about in old graves like that.
We're not dissimilar in that we both take an interest in the remains of the long gone.
I suppose you have a point there. How's your book coming along, then?
Very well, thank you. Though I'm rather keen to begin my chapter on Hobbs Barrow. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Okay.
Good evening, gentlemen.
What are you gonna do about him?
If he thinks he can take her away from here, he's got another thing coming. I am gonna knock his bloody block off.
Okay.
In fact, I can think of a better punishment. Oi, what do you want, lady? Piss off.
You heard the man.
They mean well. Aww.
It's Herbert, the local stray. Good evening, sir. I'll leave you to it.
Okay.
I don't wish to wake him up. Hello again, Cyril.
You're still here?
Did Mr. Long convince you of the virtues of Bewley Station?
What the hell do you think? Now bugger off and leave me to me drink.
He means well.
He seems even more wound up than usual.
Good evening, Miss Bateman.
Good evening, Stanley. I found Hobbs Barrow.
Oh, remember what I said, Miss Bateman? There are stories connected to that place.
Yes, stories you won't elaborate on, I might add. Don't worry about me, Stanley. I'm quite capable of warding off imagined fiends.
I have no doubt, but please leave that place be.
I've come this far, there's no turning back now.
That's precisely what worries me.
A mug of your finest ale, please.
There we are. That's 2 pence on your account.
Thank you. Goodbye.
See you soon.
Okay.
I have nothing.
I wonder if now that we're drunk, we're like better at making
Those men are rather
Okay.
brutish.
I guess not.
Time for bed. Tomorrow I shall convince Mr. Bryden to allow me to begin my excavation.
Miss Bateman,
Oh,
how are you?
Tired.
Gonna buy you a drink?
come on. I mean, we've bought other people drinks, so might as well have one bought for us.
One won't hurt.
Excellent. I feel bad about what happened last night. I'm sorry I can't remember it.
That's all right, Mr. Tillett. Alcohol can do all sorts of damage to one's memory.
I was thinking that maybe if we had another drink tonight, I might remember what happened.
Very like.
I'm not sure that's logical.
But worth trying?
I don't need any further convincing.
Take your seat, Miss Bateman. I shall return with the goods.
To Leonard Shoulder.
Wherever he may be. I've been meaning to ask you something.
Yes?
Why did Leonard Shoulder ask you to dig up Hobbs Barrow?
Despite his disappearing act the previous evening, not to mention his questionable sobriety, I decided Mr. Tillett was to be my ally.
I don't know if I would go that
I
far.
spoke again of Mr. Shoulder's letter. his proposed excavation, and my status as an antiquarian.
But
and
it's not
barrow
like
digger.
we've been really holding back with that kind of stuff to anyone else, so...
He was fascinated and quite excited at the prospect of meeting the soon-to-be author of a real-life book.
You must find all manner of riches on your digs.
Barrow digging is not all success, Mr. Tillett. Often I'll come across the likeliest of sites steeped in promise. We set to work with shovel and pick and all the other barrow-opening paraphernalia you can imagine. Every stone carefully taken down, every shovel full of earth put dutifully through the sieve, and we find nothing. Or you may find a miserable remnant of animal bone or a shard of pottery hardly to be recognized from the peat in which it decayed. Sometimes it's as if some Neolithic humorist prepared an elaborate practical joke for your special benefit.
It still sounds much more exciting than spending your days sitting in England's most remote railway station.
Are you all right, Mr. Tillett?
I've had another argument with Agnes.
Your wife?
Aye. She didn't want me coming to the plough tonight. Truth is, I've been drinking my life away since my mother passed.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry for your loss.
You're kind, Miss Bateman. Thank you. It's been a year since the old girl left us. She had a horrible end. Wasting away, day by day. Consumption got her.
Oh, this is
Chewing on
awkward.
Bones by the end. I can't get the image out of my mind.
Anyway, speaking of bones, barrows, right?
Were everything to me.
I'm so
Right?
sorry.
I apologise for going on, Miss Bateman. It's not appropriate.
Don't worry, Mr. Tillett. I appreciate your openness.
Used to love going for walks out in the moor, my mother and I, ever since I were a little one. She'd get a tear in her eye as she looked out upon it. She loved this land. I asked Mr. Crozier to build a bench, which we've erected as a favourite lookout spot on the moors. Margaret's Lookout, we called it. Aye.
That's a beautiful tribute.
Aye. If you take a seat there, do keep her in your thoughts, won't you?
Of course, Mr. Tillett. I can relate in some manner. My father had an accident when I was very young. He's still alive, but he can neither move nor speak. He spends his entire life bedbound and incapable of communicating or looking after himself in any way.
How dreadful.
He was a barrow digger himself, an antiquarian of some renown. He taught me so much, even though I was so young. I think writing this book is my way of carrying on his work. It helps me reclaim those earlier memories of him, and I visit him often to tell him all about my excavations.
Can he hear you?
I've no idea. The doctors aren't sure. I'd do anything to make him better, Mr. Tillett. I'd do anything to bring him back to the man he was. I am in a state of suspended mourning for a man caught between life and death.
Dreadful. Just dreadful.
We all have our weaknesses. Mine just happens to be my father.
Hmm.
And what of your mother?
A cold woman. We haven't talked in quite some time. I think she blamed me for my father's accident somehow.
You were but a child.
Indeed. She thus saw it fit that a governess should raise me as she spent her life grieving for my father.
Well then, I propose a toast.
A toast to what?
A shared sense of loss.
I'll toast to that, Arthur. Now then, enough of this wallowing.
Let us be merry. Another round.
I really shouldn't.
Oh boy.
But I did. And another after that. And another.
Oh no.
The frustrations of my visit to Bewley slipped away with each swill of Stanley's finest ale. We had great fun that night, Mr. Tillett and I. I treasure the memory.
Go on then. Let's hear those pipes.
Mustn't.
Sing the song.
You're incorrigible.
Please. You'll make a sad man happy.
Oh, all right then.
Yeah, time to jam. Oh.
Clasps, celts, and arrowheads I'll try to claw within my clutch. And if a shield I should espy, I'll vow there ne'er was such.
With popish tricks and relics rare, the priests their flocks do gull. In casting out the earth, take care. Huzzah! I've found a skull.
Okay, spooky cat. Again? Oh. Spooky dreams. Arr. Oh. It's a little guy. A fella.
Hello, Thomasina.
What is this? Who are you?
I'm the one that saved your father.
What do you mean?
You were here 25 years ago.
My father?
You were deep down with the others. You were there, and something went wrong.
Not really the voice I was expecting, honestly.
Impossible.
I helped him then, and I can help him again.
I don't understand.
Believe my words. You'll find proof in morning. Now go. One more thing. This is not a dream.
Oh.
Goodness, that was a terrible sleep. Jammed shut.
Okay, still.
I've stored a book.
Right. Ah.
What's this? There's a strange stone strapped to the cover.
Yo! Oh. Arrived. Oh boy. Charles sneaked me mobile down at the Tesco's. Arrived after a decent day's ride from... Okay, I'm not sure why he's Australian now, but I guess. Right from Bakewell. This is a curious place. Locals seem distant. I'm to meet me local contact tomorrow, so it will be an early... I think it's probably from... her dad, actually. Thomasina. I shall try to keep a diary of my stay here, not give up by day 3 of the excavation as usual. Despite the thrill of possible new discoveries, I cannot stop thinking about my dear wife and wonder if I should have left her in her current state. I must have faith that she will conquer this bout of illness. Day 4. True to form, my journal has been abandoned. Let that not speak for the excitement. I feel for this excavation. After much preparation, we dig tomorrow. Such an exceptional site with a unique history. As for the dangers, we shall meet them head first. We are prepared. I also sought out a local wise woman yesterday, and she provided me with the tincture for my beloved's nausea gravidarum. I'm sure she shall be pleased with it upon my return. Lo, a place of miracles! Planted seeds sprouted before our eyes and illuminated our path. Nature's laws hold no meaning here, but I clutch my tablet with the knowledge that it shall end this. Rho, theta, epsilon, c. Found the code was simply the singularity of the characters. All eyes must face towards the 7 Archontic. Okay. When the sun and the 2 moons meet, the guardian shall be defeated. Alrighty. A dead language reveals the path. For thou art the moon, the chief of the stars. Listen to the things that I have said. Follow the words of my mouth. Reveal thyself to me. I heard a whisper, not once, again, and again. I will pour out my spirit. I will pour out my spirit. I will pour out my spirit. Okay.
It appears to be a journal, full of hogwash. I don't recognize the handwriting.
Or maybe not.
Maybe Stanley knows more about it.
I mean, it's going to be a dead, right? That's the whole twist coming. Yeah! Okay.
I've hung my dress aside from that.
Good morning. How's your head, Miss Bateman? That were quite the tune you treated us to last night.
To be honest, Stanley, I felt better. I take it you slid this journal under my door?
I beg your pardon?
The journal, Stanley.
I certainly did no such thing. Nor could have anyone else. You're the only guest staying here.
What's the meaning of all this? Do you propose that it manifested itself out of thin air?
Well,
I'm sorry. I just don't understand how else it could have got there. Are you sure there was no one else here overnight?
without doubt.
How very, very peculiar.
So, what does it say inside?
It's going to be such a bummer when Stanley turns on us,
Take a
but
look.
I mean, I feel at this point, why stop
Well, I
now?
can't make head nor tail of it.
Neither can I.
Maybe someone else in the village can help you with it.
What do you make of this stone?
That's a funny looking thing. It's got a cockerel on it.
Yes, but have you seen anything like it?
Never.
Do you ever have strange dreams, Stanley?
Me? I sleep as sound as a baby.
I had one such dream last night. It was so vivid.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Oh, nothing. Don't worry.
Suit yourself.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
Good morning, Mr. Kemp.
Good day, Miss Tompkins.
I'm here for his lordship's paper.
Sorry, lass. Mr. Price hasn't dropped them off this morning. I heard he actually left the village yesterday.
Indeed, I can vouch for that.
Ma'am?
Good day.
Oh dear. His lordship won't be pleased.
My sincerest apologies, Miss Tompkins.
I'll come back in a few days. Ta-ra.
Goodbye.
The knife is stuck deep in the table. Goodness me, I can't budge it.
Be careful, Miss Bateman. You'll cut yourself. I spent all morning trying to get that bloody thing out. I shall be having words with that scoundrel next time he shows his face.
Curses.
We have our very own Excalibur. It's all yours if you can pull it out, King Arthur.
I can't see how that will help me.
I don't know. Worth a try, I guess.
I do not wish to damage Mr. Kemp's table any further than it already has been.
Okay, I need a potion of strength, obviously.
No, that...
Yeah, fair enough. Anyways, anyone wanna look at my worm?
Mr. Kemp would think me a fool.
Okay, fair enough.
I've no use for ashes. Stanley is yet to set the fire for today. A majestic animal. The poor thing. I don't need to use...
Okay. No. Actually,
Right. I need to convince Mr. Bryden to let me excavate Hobbs' Barrow and find out where this journal came from.
1 second.
Curses! I forgot I had this worm in my pocket. Poor thing is dead now. Rest in peace, Kenneth. I've just noticed this matchbox is completely damp from the rain. The match is no use to me anymore.
Oh. I wonder. No. Okay, never mind. I just noticed the umbrella there, so I wonder if we could have avoided that, but apparently not.
The window box. My lantern is the window. These flowers look pretty. Someone must take good care of them. She is busy setting up her stall. Good day.
I'm still setting up my stall. Come back later.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh.
Father Roach still looks rather pallid. Good morning, Father Roach.
Ah, Miss Bateman. What a pleasure to see you again. Have you tracked down Mr. Shoulder yet?
Don't get me started.
I'll take that as a no.
Indeed. Do you recognize this journal?
What a tatty old thing. You ought to take better care of your possessions, Miss Bateman.
It's not mine.
Then whose is it?
That's precisely what I'm trying to find out.
I'm afraid I can't help you. I haven't seen it before.
What do you make of this stone?
Yeah.
I don't recognize the symbol from any Christian iconography. Did you make it yourself?
No, never mind. What brings you to the square today?
I'm meeting a couple of young congregation members to go over some scripture. You're welcome to join us.
Thank you, Father Roach, but I have quite a busy day ahead of me.
We will be at St. Edmund's, should you wish to join us later.
Thanks for your time.
Lord be with you.
Well. Okay, everything's very exciting. Let's see. Maybe we should try if the old fella is there now. Oh.
A carved stone has been affixed. I think it depicts.
Interesting.
It's bolted onto the door.
Yeah. Okay.
Mr. Shoulder continues to prove himself elusive.
Aww.
Sweet little thing, aren't you?
Emotional support hand.
I do not wish to harass the root. He looks much. That is not coming.
Okay.
I've no desire to.
Aww.
You're sweet.
I mean,
It's dry.
is it?
It's dry. They are dry. Mr. Shoulder. It was rather rude of him not to come. No sign of. I can't see how that.
Fine. Yes. Don't do random acts of vandalism then. Anyways, let's see. Maybe Kenneth's coming after all. No? Oh. Attention! Bewley Station is closed for the time being due to track damage between Bewley and Bakewell. We apologize for any inconvenience caused. Oh.
Hello? If I take this. My mother always.
Well, I know. I guess Cyril's going to be happy about that.
Bugger off!
Or maybe not.
The unmistakable charm of old Cyril.
Oh.
Thomasina!
Oh, no.
Good morning, Arthur.
You look a bit addled. Are you feeling all right?
I am not used to drinking as much as we did.
Aye, my head is pounding.
To tell you the truth, Arthur, I've had a somewhat puzzling morning.
Oh?
Someone slipped this journal under the door of my room.
Whose journal is it?
I have no idea. The text refers to some sort of excavation.
Stanley must be playing tricks on you.
He swore his innocence. I thought perhaps you might have done it?
No, it wasn't me. That's for certain. Somehow I have a clear memory of last night.
Ooh. Oh no. Do we even want to know?
I had a splendid time last night.
Aye, I even remember most of it this time. Thanks for listening to me going on. I really appreciate it.
The feeling is mutual. Thank you too, Arthur. I wonder who left me this journal then.
Mind if I take a closer look?
Please, go ahead.
The writings of a madman.
I don't disagree. Did the sketches mean anything to you?
No, not at all. But they turn me stomach. You might want to show this to Mother Mildred.
Who's Mother Mildred?
Some think her a witch.
A witch?
Aye. She might be able to help you with the symbols.
Where can I find her?
She lives alone in a little cottage within Herne Wood here. You shouldn't have too much trouble finding her.
Thanks, Arthur.
You're welcome.
What do you make of this stone?
It's a good shape for skimming across water.
Thanks.
What is it?
I'm not sure. It was strapped to the cover of the journal.
How mysterious.
I see the railway station is closed. What happened?
The line is down. Track damage between Bewley and Bakewell. No trains for a day or more.
Does that mean I'm stranded here?
For the time being, Thomasina.
Capital. Why do people think Mother Mildred is a witch? Just because a woman lives alone in the woods doesn't mean she flies about on a broomstick.
There's more to it than that. They say she lays with demons.
Oh.
Who are they?
Oh, you know, local folk.
Hogwash.
Some also go to her for potions and spells.
Spells? Come now, Arthur.
Truth be told, she's a nice old lady. I sometimes see her foraging in the brambles around here.
Will she burn at the stake sometime soon?
You might think us backward in Bewley, Thomasina, but we're not that backward.
We've got firing
Sorry,
squads
Arthur.
now.
I only meant to tease. Goodbye.
Ta-ra!
Oh.
Thomasina, dear, come say goodbye to your father. Come on now, don't make him wait.
I don't want to.
Aren't you going to miss me?
I hate you, Daddy.
Oh boy.
Those are strong words for such a little lady.
I want to come with you.
We've been through this, little bird. You can't come with me this time, but we'll go to Seaborough next month. I promise. Oh, what a dig that shall be.
I hate you.
Oh
well,
boy.
I love you. See you soon, little bird.
Why are we out in the woods? I don't really know. I guess to have... Oh, thrill. To have flashbacks, I guess. And, you know, to look around. Touch random sticky stuff.
The resin has set somewhat. It's firmly gripped to the stump. Resin has been oozing from the stump. It looks set now.
Okay.
I've collected some waxy resin.
Why did we do it? I do not know. But can't hurt. Ooh. Great faces in this game.
It's the old woman I saw at Bewley Station. Please, forgive my intrusion. Are you Mother Mildred?
Some call me that. I prefer Mildred Walker, given as that's my name.
Apologies. Thomasina Bateman. I think we met at Bewley Station.
I take it Panswick's men have cleared off. Good riddance. those ruffians would cut their own noses off if he asked them to. I recognised you the moment I laid eyes on you at the station.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, yeah, it's quite a striking family resemblance. You have your father's eyes, Miss Bateman.
Dun, dun, dun.
You knew my father?
Such piercing blue eyes he had. What a handsome young man. William.
He was here, in Bewley.
Oh, yes. A long time ago, mind. 25 years by my reckoning. But I'll never forget those eyes.
Why was my father in Bewley?
You were helping Samuel Bryden excavate Hobbs Barrow.
You must be jesting.
Do I look like I'm jesting?
I don't know. Kinda?
How did you come to meet my father?
One might say I have a reputation in these parts. Folks from all around come to me for help with their ailments. Hernwood is abundant with flora that, if mixed correctly, will cure almost any ill. Your father must have caught wind of this, as one day he came to me, asking for a cure.
A cure for what?
Your mother were with child, and she was suffering the most terrible nausea.
Adam.
I made something to help her.
The journal. This was entered in the journal. It belongs to my father.
What journal?
Take a look at this. A passage recalls meeting a local wise woman to seek a tincture for his beloved's nausea gravidarum.
Aye, that's me. I made the tincture for him.
This is incredible.
You don't recognise your own father's handwriting?
It's been so many years since I've seen it. What do you make of this stone?
I-A-W.
Yeah!
Perhaps it's an old folk trinket, or a talisman of some kind.
I am
The Moors are
witch.
steeped in folklore.
What can you tell me about the excavation?
Well, not much. I only met your father twice. The last time he asked me if I knew anything about binding magic.
Binding magic?
He said he needed it for the excavation.
Hogwash. My father is a man of logic and reason. Why would he be asking about such nonsense?
Perhaps you don't know him as well as you think you do. Anyway, I know nothing of magic and told him so. He seemed disappointed. I never saw him again, but I understand the excavation went ahead. Samuel Bryden hanged himself not long after. Reason enough for you to stay well clear of that place.
Well, that ain't gonna happen.
You never saw my father again after the excavation?
No, I always assumed he just went home.
Who excavated Hobbs Barrow alongside Samuel Bryden and my father?
From memory, it were just the two of them.
What do you think my father meant by binding magic?
I've no idea. He didn't explain more, and I didn't wish to pry.
This just doesn't sound like my father at all.
You'll have to ask him yourself.
I'm afraid
Well,
my father has been incapacitated since I was a child. He cannot speak nor move.
Terrible. Oh, I'm sorry.
You said that the flora here could cure almost any ill.
Almost, my dear. But your father's affliction sounds beyond my abilities.
Charles Bryden mentioned there was a third man involved in the excavation.
Is that so? Well, you best ask him about it. He knows more than I do.
Can you tell me anything about Leonard Shoulder?
I know of him, as is the nature of such a small town. I also know he invited you here.
Little escapes you, Miss Walker.
So they say. My path rarely crosses with his. Let's put it that way. But he's a nice enough fellow.
I see. Do you know Lord Panswick?
I know his labourers make a mess of these woods, the brutes. The man himself hasn't graced me with his presence.
You've never met him?
Not since he were a wee lad. A maid brought him to me with a sore stomach. It were all the rich food they were feeding him, nowt more.
Thank you for your help, Miss Walker.
okay.
They look somewhat like juniper berries. What are those berries you're picking?
An ancient breed, no good for eating. However, they do have some medicinal qualities.
I see.
Hmm.
The cottage is nestled cosily in the woods. I shouldn't enter.
But yeah, the plot thickens.
I've collected the...
Miss Bateman?
Yes?
Remember what I told you when we first met? You're better off waiting for the next train back to the city.
Why?
Something terrible happened to Samuel Bryden in that barrow. Whatever they found down there, I'd wager it got to your father too. Tell me you won't disturb Hobbs Barrow.
I can't make that promise, Mildred.
Can't say I didn't warn you. There is something unnatural about that place.
We must seek to understand the world by rational means, Ms. Walker. One cannot abandon reason.
Okay then. Mic drop, I guess.
Thomasina! Thomasina, come here this instant.
I'm playing with Josephine.
She can wait. This is very important.
I'll be back soon, Josephine.
Hee hee hee. Kitties. Hee hee hee. Anyways, my father's dead. Hee hee.
It's your father.
Daddy's home?
No, my dear. I must go to Bakewell with haste. Miss Bowes will look after you whilst I'm gone. Is that clear?
Where's Daddy?
He's had an accident.
What happened?
He's come off his horse.
Silly Daddy. Will he be all right?
Of course he will be fine. Your father is as strong as an ox, but I need to go collect him, all right?
Can't I come too?
No, dear. Miss Bowes will look after you.
But I want to come.
Go pick up your dolls, then come inside, all right?
Yes, Mummy. Mummy looks worried. Josephine, it's time to go inside now. Where did Mummy go?
A badger's set. I shan't be visiting the badgers.
Oh.
I helped him then, and I can help him again.
Okay then. Oh no.
He is staring intently into the woods.
Okay, for a second there I was worried he was doing something else.
Arthur, you won't believe it. The journal belongs to my father. He was here in Bewley. Arthur? Hello?
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to remember something.
What is it?
I'm not sure. Something in the woods. It will come back to me. You say your father were in Bewley?
Yes. Mildred said that he helped Samuel Bryden excavate Hobbs Barrow 25 years ago.
Well, I'll be. Let's talk about it tonight at the plough.
That's fine, Arthur. We'll talk later. I hope you piece together your memories.
She seems a little bit distracted, so, yeah, I guess let's just leave him be. Oh! Aww.
Hey, boy.
Is there... Oh. I was thinking there was going to be a terrifying close-up. Huh. Okay. Oh. No, wait. That's a fox.
I have nothing else.
Okay. Hmm.
blacksmith is toiling away. Good day.
Hey up.
Look at this, Mr. Crozier. It's my father's journal.
Oh, aye? Why are you showing me?
Did you slip it under my door last night?
Ha! Have you gone daft? Why would I have your father's journal?
Never mind. Did the sketches inside mean anything to you?
Looks like a load of rubbish to me.
I found out my father visited Bewley 25 years ago. William Bateman, perhaps you remember him?
I would have been just a lad. What were you here for?
That's what I intend to find out. What do you make of this stone?
Don't look like out to me.
Are you familiar with any local folklore?
Oh, aye. The old cobbler used to tell me some right stories. Swore he sold a pair of boots to a goblin when he were a young man.
A goblin, you say? I take it this cobbler was a regular at the Plough and Furrow?
Never drank a day in his life. Sober as a judge. Have you been to the Devil's Toe?
Yes, I'm familiar with the cairn.
Some say they've seen the goblin's daughter there, playing her fiddle. Can't say I've seen her myself, mind.
Uh-huh.
Do you know any other stories about this goblin?
I don't have the time to be standing here gossiping about old wives' tales.
Apologies. I'm having some trouble extricating a knife from a table in the Plough and Furrow. Might I borrow a pair of pliers?
A knife, you say? I can get that out for you.
That's very kind of you, Mr. Crozier.
Think nothing of it. Wait here.
Okay. Honestly, these people are, like, actually...
That were a struggle. Here you are.
Aww.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
A little bit disappointed we didn't do it ourselves. But, yeah, honestly, as far as, like, NPCs and point-and-click adventures go, these people are actually very helpful.
Good day.
I'm still setting up my stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fine.
I should be careful. The blade is sharp.
That's the idea, I think.
I don't wish to wake him up. It's Herbert, the local stray. It's Herbert.
Cutie.
I suspect the barrels are empty. This young fellow looks miserable. Hello, Wally.
Go away! You gave the door back to my sister.
It wasn't very nice of you to bury her favourite toy, Wally.
I gave it to the fair folk, and you stole it back from them.
You don't really believe in fairies, do you? You're old enough to know better.
They're real, and thanks to you, I'm cursed.
Well,
There's no
tough
such thing
luck.
as curses either, Wally.
Go away!
Maybe you should have stopped it. Shouldn't have been such a little shit.
The road disappears over the horizon.
Okay. But yeah, maybe I should actually, like, try to, whoops. Try to, like, actually, you know, fulfill my goals here. Whoops. Or maybe be interrupted by more flashbacks.
Mummy?
Get away from the fire, Thomasina.
What are you burning?
Nothing. Just waste. Now go inside.
Rat. Mummy, what is this?
Waste. Burn it.
Okay. Just normal stuff happening.
This is the way to Hobbs Barrow. Good day, Mr. Bryden.
Miss,
I'll
stop you there. I know what you're going to ask. No, I haven't changed my mind. There'll be no digging here, lass.
Mr. Bryden, allow me to explain. There has been an astonishing development this morning.
Yes?
My father was with your brother during the excavation.
Oh.
Yes. Can you believe it? I had no idea he had been here.
The answer's still no, lass. I saw what happened to poor Samuel. I won't risk the same happening to anyone else.
But...
That's enough now. You can feast your eyes on that hovel to your heart's content, but there'll be no digging.
Aww.
This is not... What a wild-looking thing. Mr. Bryden.
Okay. Obviously, there's just one solution for this.
I don't wish to give that away.
That's right, Thomasina. The idea was to bribe him with the knife.
I don't wish to... Look, Mr. Bryden, my father's journal. It confirms he was with your brother during the excavation of Hobbs Barrow.
Ha! Take that away from me. I'll be having none of that.
What do you make of this stone, Mr. Bryden? It was strapped to my father's journal.
Wait a minute. Let me see that. By God.
Yeah!
Wait here a moment. I need to get something from inside.
I waited for what felt like an age. I now realize that Mr. Bryden must have been in a great debate with himself, wondering whether or not to share his own piece of the mystery with me. The goat stared at me, seemingly in pity, as I stood there in that rolling fog. Finally, Mr. Bryden emerged.
Now then, as far as I know, what I have here is the only thing that Samuel brought back from Barrow. Take a look.
Yeah, Cass!
Incredible! A pair!
That's been in my drawer ever since Samuel passed. I suppose it might be important.
Oh.
Fate is clearly playing a part in your arrival, lass.
Please, Mr. Bryden, allow me to excavate Hobbs Barrow, a place that is no more than dirt and stone.
You're not gonna give up, are you, lass?
I'm not.
Samuel managed to say one thing about those men that helped him. I think it's time I tell you.
Yes?
He stuttered out that one of those fellows could barely walk after they got out of there. Tongue-tied too, the man were.
My father.
You what?
My father. He had an accident around 25 years ago that left him bedbound and unable to talk.
Aye, could be him.
My mother told me it happened in a horse riding accident.
Samuel boarded up that barrow for a reason. Something unnatural occurred, I know it.
Mr. Bryden, we must rely on our rational faculties to explain any...
Promise me you'll be careful. Any sign of trouble, leave without hesitation and we board that accursed place up again. Understood?
Wait, you're giving me permission to excavate?
Aye. Against me better judgment. I don't have the energy to stop you, lass.
Thank you so much. I am grateful.
Don't make me regret my decision. Take Samuel's stone.
Are you sure?
Aye. Give it back to me when you're finished, though.
I promise. Thank you. I'll be sure to show you my discoveries, Mr. Bryden.
I'd rather you don't. Now then, I've got things to get on with.
Alright then.
I suppose you can spare any labour to help me with the dig.
Don't push your luck, lass. Market's on today. Plenty of able-bodied men about. Ta-ra now.
And like that, I finally had permission to excavate Hobbs Barrow. As exciting as that was, I was distracted by what Mr. Bryden said of his brother's associate. There was no doubt in my mind that father was the stricken man he spoke of. You told me he was crippled after coming off his horse. Why did you lie to me? To protect me? To stop me from following in his footsteps? You failed. And so did Charles Bryden. He should have said no. He should have never given me that stone.
Whoops. Okay, not sure what happened there for a sec, but... Okay, time to excavate Hobbs Barrow. Yeah.
Finally, though first, I need to find some workmen to assist me. Though first. In good.
Okay. Lady, Jesus Christ, how long does it take to
Good day.
I'm still.
Oh, I'm.
set that shit up? Damn it. Oh.
Joe, perhaps you've had enough sugar?
Don't you start an all.
Hello.
Oh, aye, she's back again. Can't a man drink his tea in peace? There's nought for you here, lass.
Horrible man. How many more sugar cubes is he going to add to his tea? He'll have no teeth left by the end of the day. How many more? He'll have no. A decorative. A decorative. A decorative. A decorative. A decorative play. A decorative. I've had some rather unbelievable news, Stanley.
Oh? Remarkable.
Quite the coincidence, is it not?
Remarkable. Just remarkable.
Do you recall my father from back then?
I'm afraid not. Those were my droving days, you see. I didn't spend much time in Bewley, but an interesting turn of events nonetheless. I'll tell you what I know about Mother Mildred. She wants locking up.
Oh boy.
How so?
She owes me a small fortune on her tab
Okay,
from
fair
years
enough.
ago. Do remind her next time you see her, won't you?
I'd rather not get involved, if you don't mind.
Be careful who you trust, Miss Bateman.
Well, that's... He's totally going to turn on us eventually, right? I mean, now that he said that. uh...
Who is Miss Tompkins?
A housemaid in the employ of Panswick Manor. She comes by to pick up his lordship's weekly paper.
I'm surprised newspapers are available in Bewley.
Hey.
Aye, his lordship gets what he wants.
Lord Panswick likes to keep up with affairs from outside of Bewley.
Aye, he has many interests around the country.
What sort of interests?
His lordship's affairs are his own business.
I mean, he's just a regular subscriber of Fancy Lad Monthly.
Are you familiar with any local folklore?
Nothing comes to mind.
Nonsense Quarterly.
Well,
you know, that
when
stuff.
I were a wee boy, there were talk of a goblin.
Ooh.
They say he lived inside Hobbs Barrow, hence the name, Hobbs Barrow. Hob, coming from hobgoblin, of course. Unfortunately, I don't remember anything else about it.
I was told not to believe in such fairy tales, Stanley.
Don't close your mind to such things, lass. I'm sure Mr. Shoulder will tell you more.
Perhaps, if I ever meet him. Goodbye.
See you soon.
Okay, Hop the Goblin. Hop the Hobgoblin. Okay, anyways, now... Single Victorian pork looking for strong young men.
Good day.
Hey up.
What do you make of these stones?
Don't look like out to me.
Thanks for your time.
Aye. Well, Father Roach did mention he was going to, like, go over scripture, but apparently not.
It's locked.
Okay. Oh. Spooky.
Hello? This appears to be... I may be a barrow digger, but I am no grave robber.
Ah. Not yet. Oh.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Did you see a young girl with blonde hair pass by here?
No, lass. There you are. Are you Thomasina Bateman?
Ah.
That's my name.
How marvellous. It's me, Leonard
Oh.
Shoulder.
Heavens. I'd given up on finding you.
That
Please
was
take a seat.
easier
Miss
than
Bateman.
expected.
We have much to discuss.
I just wanted to sit on the bench and think about Arthur's mother.
Proven to be quite the enigma, Mr. Shoulder.
I'm mortified. I offer you 1,000 apologies. You see, I've been bound to me bed these past few days with a terrible fever.
How dreadful. I take it you're feeling better now?
Aye. I were on me way to find you when I stopped here to catch me breath. I've not much go in me these days.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I were worried you'd have given up on me and left town.
I had no idea what had become of you, Mr. Shoulder. I spent a good amount of time pounding on your front door.
I'm embarrassed. I really am. I've been doing my best to sleep through the fever. I am so very sorry. Please accept my apology, Miss Bateman.
Mr. Shoulder, I've come all this way. Let us speak of the business at hand.
Marvellous.
I've just learned that my father was part of a previous excavation of Hobbs Barrow some 25 years ago. Why didn't you mention this in your letter?
What? Where did you hear that?
I have my means.
I swear, Miss Bateman, I had no idea.
I take it you will also deny delivering me my father's journal?
I'm confused. What journal?
My father's journal was slipped under my door at the Plough and Furrow. It wasn't you who did this?
I've been bound to me bed, lass. What an extraordinary coincidence. You are following in your father's footsteps.
It would seem so, Mr. Shoulder.
I repeat.
Why did you invite me to excavate Hobbs Barrow?
I've always been curious about the colourful folklore surrounding the place. My father told me all sorts of stories about it when I were a wee fellow. Stories that some folk around here take a little too seriously, especially after those lads entered the Barrow a while back.
How did you know about me?
I saw your interview in the Bakewell Times. A young lady travelling about the land, digging up barrows. Perfect for the job.
But why do you wish to excavate the barrow?
I want to see what those lads found in there. My curiosity has grown over the years, and now it is time for the mystery to be solved.
I must say I am rather eager to find out what's in there myself. Mr. Bryden has given me permission to excavate Hobbs Barrow.
Marvellous! I'm sorry you've had to sort all this out in my absence. When do we start?
Tomorrow, I hope. But first I need to recruit some locals to assist with the dig. It's too much work for me to do on my own.
I mean, we've got a strapping young man
Barry
just
has
there.
its fair share of strapping young lads. You'll find assistance, Miss Bateman.
Did you know my father?
I don't believe so. What's his name?
William Bateman. He was in Bewley for at least a few days, from my understanding.
I'm sorry, lass. The name doesn't ring a bell.
I was sort of hoping for a little bit more
no idea of my
from
father's involvement in the previous excavation.
I'm quite sure. A most fascinating coincidence, but nothing more than that.
I'm starting to wonder if it's more than mere coincidence, Mr. Shoulder.
Miss Bateman, I did not take you for a credulous individual.
I'm none of the sort. What can you tell me about the previous excavation of Hobbs Barrow?
Oh, it were 25 years ago, or thereabout. Back then, Bewley were undergoing a period of great strife. Samuel Bryden hadn't harvested a single crop for 2 seasons. Even Hernwood was sick. Berries went to rot almost as quickly as they grew. Folks started to believe the ground were blighted. Disease spread through the livestock too. People were going hungry, a panic set in.
That sounds terrible.
Aye, but I managed to keep myself fed. These things happen in nature, but the blame for it all fell on Hobbs Barrow. It were long said that a goblin made his home there. A rumour took root that the goblin were not best pleased with the villagers. In revenge for some unperceived slight, the goblin placed a curse on the soil itself. The villagers believed that ridding the barrow of its lodger would put an end to it all.
Hogwash. My father would have paid no heed to such tales.
Whether it were his intent to join the excavation when coming here, I do not know. But whatever it were that Samuel Bryden and those lads did inside that barrow, people say it did the trick. The crops started to grow back, and health returned to the livestock. Yulee were no longer in the grip of dark forces. You must understand, folk here are a superstitious lot. They don't want you disturbing whatever it were those lads did. As far as the villagers are concerned, the problem were fixed. The thought of another excavation must be conjuring panic that you'll undo whatever it were they did.
This does explain a lot.
And it's also why I'd venture nobody around here wants you to touch the place.
Except for you.
I want to know what's there.
Surely you don't believe these tales of goblins and curses to be true?
Not at all. However, I suspect those lads did find something in the barrow. But did it have any connection to failing crops and dying livestock? No. I can assure you there's nothing to fear. Coincidence reigns supreme.
So what do you think they found?
That is for us to discover, Miss Bateman.
Who was the third man who joined my father and Mr. Bryden on the excavation?
I'm afraid I don't know. Although I'd heard about the excavation and I were intrigued by it, I mostly stayed at home during that time. The atmosphere in the village was rather too tense for me liking. And besides, the excavation were undertaken with an air of mystery about it.
You said it, Thomasina. You said it.
Tell me more of this folklore you mention.
It is said that Hobbs Barrow is home to a goblin. Everyone in Bewley has some version or another of this story. But the version my father told me as a child described the barrow as a thin place. The goblin were deemed to be the guardian of this so-called thin place.
What is a thin place?
A place where one can walk between worlds, where the flesh meets the spirit world. Just superstition, of course, as you will know.
Tell me more about this goblin.
Some said he were a mischievous little mite, snatching newborn lambs and smashing windows with pebbles. Others said he were friendly, there to lend a helping hand in times of strife. The latter of which makes it all the more surprising as to why the previous excavation took place. My father's stories put the goblin in the mischievous category. Saxnot, he called the creature. I recall one such anecdote, that Saxnot entered Bewley and ordered a pair of boots to be made by the cobbler. However, when collecting them, he insisted on paying for them with a bag of sow's teeth. The cobbler was so scared of angering the goblin that he accepted.
A colourful tale indeed, Mr. Shoulder. Has any explanation been offered for why this Saxnot cursed the soil?
Your guess is as good as mine, lass.
I had a peculiar dream last night. I met a creature at Hobbs Barrow. I suppose you might say it was a goblin. It told me it had saved my father from trouble inside Hobbs Barrow. I'll admit the coincidence of this is somewhat astounding.
A remarkable coincidence, but nothing more than that.
But there is still one thing that puzzles me. The goblin told me proof of its claims would await me in the morning. Surely enough, I awoke to find that my father's journal had appeared in my room.
Very queer indeed.
Mr. Shoulder, you invited me here, to a town I'd never heard of, only for me to discover that my own father was here 25 years before. And not only that, but that he was also embroiled in some sort of superstitious hysteria which goes against everything he ever taught me. Something is wrong here. This must be more than mere coincidence.
It's strange, I'll give you that. But please remember who you are, Miss Bateman.
This is my father's journal.
Incredible. Can I look inside?
You may.
Look at these drawings. Wonder what it all means.
You and I both. It all feels very out of character for my father.
I'm sure you'll find the answers beneath the soil, Miss Bateman.
What do you make of these strange stones, Mr. Shoulder? They seem to originate from the previous excavation. One belonged to my father, the other to Samuel Bryden.
Marvelous things. They look ancient.
I agree. I've never seen anything like them in all my digs. Is this your glove?
I've been looking all over for that. Where did you find it?
In the alley behind the plough and furrow on the night of my arrival. Were you there?
As I say, I've been bedbound for several days, Miss Bateman.
How odd.
Can I please have it back?
Here.
Thank you.
Anyways.
We're peas of the same pod, Miss Bateman. I knew you wouldn't be frightened by a few old stories. It will be interesting to see what those lads found in there.
Certainly.
Thank you so very much for responding to my letter and for coming here. We have some great discoveries to make, you and I.
I sincerely hope so.
And a chance to follow in your father's footsteps. Right, time for me to shift these old bones. I'm to take me a spot of the plough and furrow. I'll be there all night should you need me assistance.
Thank you, Mr. Shoulder.
I'm sorry again for giving you the runaround. I promise I am not beyond redemption. I won't let you down again.
Well, I doubt that.
I was starting to wonder if Mr. Shoulder even existed. Margaret's dedicated to... Margaret... dedicated...
Yeah.
The day was starting to test me. The word coincidence felt insufficient to explain what was happening. It was after that first conversation with Leonard Shoulder that I started entertaining thoughts of a truly irrational nature. What if my dream wasn't just a dream? What if it was all more than simple coincidence? What if that thing really could help my father?
I still think
Good day, little one.
Hobgoblin is a better name than
Hello?
Saxonot.
What's this? A fiddle bow? There's no string. My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Okay, good talk.
Don't be shy. I don't mean you any harm. What are you doing out?
Mm-hmm.
Do you live here?
Right. Okay.
Would you like me to fix your bow so you can play your fiddle again?
Okay.
Yes?
Oh.
Hey! Most peculiar. Perhaps I can mend the bow. If memories of my childhood violin lessons serve me right, bowstring is made from animal hair, coated in a waxy resin. The strings don't vibrate without it.
We're almost halfway there.
What a peculiar name, the Devil's Toe. I can't quite see the
Oh.
A carved stone has been I think it Mr. Shoulder told me
second. Okay, we saw the dog running.
A badger's set.
Oh, actually, maybe? No.
I should apply this to the...
Okay, but we don't have that yet.
Hello again.
Yes?
Mr. Shoulder told me about a folk tale associated with Hobbs Barrow. It tells of Saxnot, a goblin. Are you familiar with it?
No doubt there is such a tale. Name any beastie you can think of, and someone round here will have a story about it.
My thoughts precisely. Farewell.
More like sex a lot. Don't.
I shan't be... A badger... I shan't be...
I'm not sure why I expected, maybe if I put the resin outside the badger's nest, the hair will get caught on it. Oh!
A fine specimen. She's well looked after. Horsehair would make fine bowstring. She almost took my head off. The horse has been provided. That's not my... I could certainly use the knife to cut some hair from her tail, but I'm gonna have to gain her trust, and I don't wish to lose an eye. I'll have to gain her... A fine
Okay, do we have anything good?
I don't wish to...
Wait, first off, let's get something very important out of the way. For anything else? No?
I don't need to go... Royal... This must be the...
Oh. Aww. Ah.
Hello, dear.
Good day.
Oh.
Sydney, must you be so unruly? Run along home now, won't you?
But actually that wasn't where I wanted to go. Okay, I guess one's farther. Alright. Oh.
This is where I dug up. I shall name you...
Cool. Now we've got the most important. Everything we could ever need. Okay. Oops. Anyways, hello there, mister. Wanna have a look at my barrow?
He's a little more handsome than your average Bewley resident. I believe we've met.
Miss Thomasina Bateman, the famous antiquarian.
My reputation precedes me.
I can assure you it does.
And you are?
James.
Are you a painter?
You see this beck before you. Look at the water. See how it tumbles and falls. I seek one spot on which my eyes can rest, be it a stone or a small corner of the current. I meet it with my gaze, and out of the tumbling and falling, a new land rises. I see a new world.
You certainly have the eloquence of an artist. What are you painting?
A new world.
Okay.
Quite the ambition.
Indeed, my ambition knows no bounds.
Can I see it?
Not yet. It's not finished. Such a world is not complete without you in it.
Look!
You flatter me, James.
Nonsense. Say you'll let me paint you.
I haven't even seen your work. What if you can't paint?
Don't fret, my dear. You shall be the shining star of my new world. When the time comes, I shall call on thee.
I don't know, man. Seems a bit forward.
What do you make of this stone?
It looks antique. You might want to keep a hold of it.
Do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
I'd like to know more about you, Thomasina. What time do you like to rise in the morning? How do you like your tea? What makes you happy?
Late, with 3 spoons of sugar and spending time with my husband.
You disappoint me. I sense no truth in your words. Are you a woman of dubious principles, Thomasina?
You ask too many questions. Do you know Leonard Shoulder?
A man of Bewley?
Yes.
I care not for the men of Bewley. Only for the visitors.
Oh.
Was that your dog?
Yes, his name is Sydney. Quite the excitable pup. Don't mind his bark. The little fellow wouldn't hurt a fly.
What do you know of Lord Panswick?
A fine gentleman. Now that is someone who commands respect.
Do you know him personally?
No, I don't think anyone can really claim that. But what a tiring subject. Shall we discuss something a little more exciting?
Goodbye.
See you soon, my dear.
I liked how that was kind of, you know, very appropriate goodbye there. Very well timed. Oh.
I don't think any...
Oh.
Hello, Miss Tompkins.
Hello.
We weren't introduced earlier. My name is Thomasina.
Ma'am?
How do you fare, Miss Tompkins?
I'm waiting for Mr. Ambrose. Have you seen him?
Who's that?
The milkman. Ms. Fenchurch will be ever so cross if I've no...
I'm afraid I haven't... You are in the employ of Lord Panswick?
Aye. He employs Arthur Bewley in one way or another.
I'm in need of some help for my excavation. Do you think his lordship could lend me some of his labourers?
Maybe.
Might you introduce me to him?
Sorry, ma'am, but his lordship doesn't take visitors. Any road, I must wait here for Mr. and Ms. Fenchurch will be ever so cross if I...
Okay.
If Mr. Ambrose doesn't turn up, and I find you some milk, would you be able to introduce me to Lord Panswick?
His lordship really doesn't like visitors, ma'am.
I'll take the risk.
Miss Fenchurch will be cross with me. But she'll be even crosser if I come...
So, do we have a deal?
Bring me some milk, and I'll take you to his lordship.
Thank you.
But hopefully Mr. Ambrose will...
Have you been waiting long for Mr. Ambrose?
Aye, he should have been here a good 2 hours ago.
Good
He's
heavens!
in market day, you see. He sells only the freshest milk. Miss Fenchurch swears by it. I hope Miss Fortune hasn't before...
I'm sure he...
Oh.
Are you familiar with Hobbs Barrow?
What's that?
Never mind. What do you make of these stones? Why?
Dunno.
Who is Miss Fenchurch?
His lordship's housekeeper.
I'll let you know if I...
Thank you, ma'am. But tell me if you see...
I will.
Okay.
He's selling in a...
Can I interest you in a pie? Finest mutton in all the county. 2p each.
No, thank you.
You're missing out.
The produce is not mine to take. Good day.
Freshly picked. Would you like to try one on the house?
Sure.
Yes, please.
Here you are.
Okay.
The apple looks somewhat rotten.
Okay.
The apple look... The worm has found a new home within the holes of the rotten apple.
Not quite sure why I did that, but
The worm is...
glad to have helped a buddy out, I guess.
Good day.
Fresh produce.
What have you got for sale?
I'm selling meat, vegetables, and also... You're welcome to have a...
I'll be sure to... Do you have any milk?
Not today.
Goodbye.
Tarami.
The box is full of various sprouts and onions. A fine specimen. Hey, girl.
Oh. Sorry about...
She is completely indifferent.
Okay, fair enough. I was worried about, you know, murdering the poor worm. Oh.
A heap of glistening sugar cubes. A heap of...
Hands up!
I think this is supposed to be for all...
I said...
Come on, Joe. Be nice.
Ha! This place has gone to buggery.
Okay.
Hello there.
Yes.
My name is Thomas.
Ted? Ted Cross?
Pleased to meet you.
Likewise.
Are you a local, Mr. Cross?
Oh no, I'm just passing through. I'm a musician. Just myself, me guitar and me horse.
Are you a travelling musician?
Aye. I've been playing a new song tonight. I've just finished the lyrics.
What's it about?
You'll have to come listen.
She knows how to sell himself.
Is that your horse stationed in the alley?
Aye. Thistlecrack is her name.
That's an unusual name for a horse.
Aye. It were what she were called when I bought her. Glutton would be a better name. She likes her treats. But it feels wrong to change it.
What do you make of Bewley?
Can't say that I know much about. I don't usually travel.
I see. Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
Can't say it. What is it?
Never mind. Thank you for your...
Make sure you watch my
I'll try.
Okay then. How's it going, Stan?
You found old...
Yes. Do you have any fresh milk going spare?
Sorry, lass. I've none at all.
Never mind. Does the name Saxnot mean...
No.
Goodbye.
See you...
Hello.
Miss,
What else can you tell me about this Saxnot?
try not to worry yourself. Leave those to little.
Have others spoken of goblins appear?
A dream is a dream, that is all.
I know.
But to answer your question, no, not to my knowledge.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Shoulder.
I'm sure the locals have filled you in already, lass.
You cut quite the mysterious figure. Most had little to say.
It's true. I do. When one gets to my age, I like the isolation of the moors.
I take it you don't get many visitors.
Oh, no. Nobody bothers. That's the perk of living so far out, huh? Just me and me hens. I used to come into Bewley more often, but...
What do you think of Bewley?
Whilst one could consider the villages to be rather unenlightened, the market's in town today.
I know where I can find a Scotch egg, that's for certain.
Do treat yourself to one. You'll...
Is there anything else I should know about Hobbs Barrow, Mr. Shoulder?
No, lass. I'm certain we will know a lot.
I hope so. What do you make of Lord Panswick?
His lordship is an important man in Bewley. His family has commanded much respect here for many...
Do you respect him?
I do. He wants, without his influence, the railway...
Does he want more visitors?
Aye, I believe so. He has great ambitions for
Didn't really sound like it, honestly.
What do you make of Mildred Walker?
Who?
I believe she's also known as Mother Mildred.
Oh, we used to get about. Our paths have not crossed.
What do you think of Charles Bryden?
He is a decent man. It must have been hard for him after.
Without a doubt. I must say, I had assumed you had at least...
Sorry, lass. I had no intention of... Again, I can...
If you don't mind me asking...
Oh, just getting off this bench will be a small battle in itself. Something you won't need to worry about for...
Growing old is a blessing. And what of your recent...
An ordeal, it were. So much tossing and turning. But I'm right as rain now. Don't worry.
What are Lord Panswick's plans for Bewley?
He's rebuilding an old chapel on his estate. He seeks to bring God back to these lands.
But what of St. Edmunds? I think Father Roach might argue God has never left.
Indeed. Let's leave such a...
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Miss, I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Anyways, let's give us...
Here, girl. Eat this.
Give a lady a little treat.
Good girl. Hopefully that's gained some trust between us. I've managed to cut off a few lengthy strands.
I don't know. That was a bit easier than I expected. Aww.
Hey, Thistlecrack. I hope she didn't mind the trim. There we are. This should... I've done it. The bowstring seems...
No. Still nothing in there.
It's...
Oh, wait a second. Wasn't this like the vicarage?
I don't think... A small plaque...
Yeah, but it's empty, okay. Wouldn't know what to do back there, so... Yeah. We do rabbit. Oh.
The scruffy young girl has a wild look in her eyes. Look what I have for you.
And goodbye. Can't believe today's kids rather play Minecraft than stand on top of the Devil's Toe. Fiddling away at the thin border between our world and the next.
My head is... What happened? Hello?
Whose solo
Where'd she go?
happened. That's what happened. Oh.
The girl left her fiddle. I'll take it with me in case I want to understand what just happened. The Devil's Toe. What a peculiar... I can't...
Okay, then.
I'm not sure they... I can't think of anything.
Okay.
I have nothing else.
I mean... Have we seen, like, any cows around? Not really. I'm not sure where the hell we would get some fresh milk. No. Also, I wonder where Arthur's gone to. Yep.
Hello again.
Yes?
Do you have any fresh milk going spare?
No?
Not to worry. Farewell. The water... The delicate flowers. Sweet little...
Kind of at a loss what to do right now. I mean, Mr. Bryan maybe he's got some livestock. Other than his goat. Or maybe goat milk.
What do you want?
Do you have any fresh milk?
If you can get any milk out of old Eunice, you're welcome to it. Me goat. Good luck.
Please don't talk about your wife that way, sir.
The empty...
Okay then. How about rose apples?
Hey girl, would you like an apple? The grumpy thing isn't... All right.
Are we? Okay. I guess I'm not making you then, Jesus.
I'm not sure what that was. I don't know what's happening to me. All this superstitious nonsense must be getting to my head. I'm not going near...
Ah.
What a wild...
Well, is there anyone else here around we can milk?
I should ask Mr. Bryden.
Okay, also.
Well, did you get any milk?
I tried. Perhaps you could...
I'd like to help you, lass, but I worked myself too hard. I couldn't bend down to save myself.
Is there anything I can do to help?
My wife would say I'm beyond any help. I'm certain of that. But if you know of any remedies for...
See what I can do.
I'm going to rest for a while. Ta-ra now.
Okay. But I can sort of see where it's coming. Where it's going here. Okay, the quick travel thing is like very helpful.
Daddy, I have something for you. I do hope you remember it. I've taken great care of it. I'll fetch it for you now, all right? Daddy, you must... The day that starts... It's the red urn you buried in the garden for me. My first ever excavation. Where should I put it? Mother took away... The pot might look nicer a little closer. Mother took away all the knickknacks. The pot might...
Okay, I guess.
Perfect. It will catch the light from your lamp so nicely. There. I'm going to become a great barrow digger just like you. I hope the pot reminds you of those adventures we had together when I was a child, and how thankful I am for everything you've taught me. Now I must tell you about my visit to Pallinghurst. I found an arrowhead.
Great story, kid.
Miss Walker is... Good day.
Yes?
Do you know of any remedies for aching joints?
You're too young to be suffering from this, surely.
It's for someone else, Mr. Bryden.
Yes, yes. I know just the poultice.
Capital. May I have some?
Well, I don't have the ingredients, I'm afraid.
What do you need to make it?
It's a simple blend made of natural elements. Elderflower and flirtwort. I can make the poultice for you if you bring me these things. And it just needs to be applied directly to the joints. That should ease his burden.
Thank you. Where can I find some flirtwort?
Flirtwort is not commonly found around Bewley. It's a perennial shrub that bears small white flowers. You might find some growing out on moor.
Thank you. Where can I find some elderflower?
There used to be quite a few elder plants growing here in Herne. Nowadays, you might find the shrub growing within a hedgerow or a private garden.
I see. What does elderflower look like?
Elderflowers are small, white, and grow in clumps on elder shrubs can grow in all shapes and size.
Where can I...
Flirtwort is... It's a perennial shrub that bears... You might find some...
Thank you. Farewell.
Okay. I think I kind of know where to find at least one of those. I think it's probably the elderflower.
This looks like it might be... I'll take...
And I guess let's look for the moss. Oh, you know.
Excuse me, Miss Bateman. I'm in something of a hurry. Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. Which work is that quote from?
Romeo and Juliet. Oh, he's gone.
Okay. Busy schedule, father. I know, I get it. Okay.
cute. I can't.
Oh, never mind.
This appears to be a... This appears... Joseph... The road disappears. These flowers look pretty. I have nothing else.
Doesn't really seem like there's any flowers around there. Nope.
Good day. I have some...
Show me. No, it's cow, but an easy mistake to make.
Oh.
Oh.
It's safe to eat, as long as you're not a cow. Very toxic to cattle.
Where can I find some elderflower?
There used to be quite a few elder plants growing here in Herne. Nowadays, you might find the shrub growing within a...
I see. What is elderflower?
Elderflower. Elder shrub.
Okay.
Good day.
Yes.
Where can I...
Flirtwater's not it's a perennial shrub that bears small white flowers. You might find some growing out on moor.
Thank you.
On the moors and somewhere in a private garden. Thing is, I feel like in order to get to the private garden, which sort of sounds like a Lord Penswick type deal, I need to... get the milk, which in order to get the milk I need to get the flowers, and you know, you kind of see where my problem is, right? So maybe no. I mean, there's the flower pots in the inn. Oh. Wait.
Hello, Jane.
Miss, watch me juggle.
Game. Oh yeah.
Very impressive.
I can juggle even more apples.
Okay, cool. Glad to hear it.
The window box. The window box. These flowers look pretty. I have... There's nothing...
Now can't open the windows.
I don't wish to take... A painting of... perhaps a local... A decorative plate. An empty bowl. I don't wish to...
Well, well, well.
I have nothing else. I can't think of any... Hey, Thistle. Whoa. Hey, Thistle. Whoa. I don't wish to
I mean, you know, maybe if it's good enough for the Mongols, it's good enough for us, right?
No, that's not.
Okay, I guess not. No.
Fresh and, I believe, a horse. I certainly...
Yeah, fair enough.
There's nothing else.
I guess maybe try to find what old Roach is up to. Oh.
This must belong to Mrs.
Good day to you, pet.
Hello, Mrs.
If you're looking for Father Roach...
Where is Father Roach?
You might have noticed the good father has a green thumb. He's gone to visit his friend in the countryside to purchase some seedlings for his tower garden.
Where?
Why, on top of St. Edmunds, of course. He's got a lovely collection. You'll have to ask.
It does sound rather. It's a shame he's not around.
Well, he does have a spare key for the tower door somewhere.
Do you know where Father Roach keeps his spare key?
No, that's his business. If I did know, I'd fetch it myself and take you up there.
Not to worry.
I do recall him saying he hid it outside somewhere. Were it in the... Oh, I don't... Best wait till he get...
I found out my father visited Bewley some 25 years ago. William Bateman.
Bateman? William Bateman? I remember a William Baldwin. He were a right miserable...
My father was only in Bewley. I'm trying to piece together what he...
You'll have to ask him. I don't
My father took part in an excavation at Hobbs Barrow. Do you recall the excavation?
I concern myself only... I'm sorry I can't...
What do you make of these stones?
They are not Christian.
I agree.
Older than... Oh, the youth of today.
These box pews are most unusual. I've never seen any quite so tall.
We Bewley folk like our privacy. Many of the pews are owned by individual families.
Some might accuse you of hiding secrets.
Now, pet.
I jest.
At my age, it's hard to climb in and out of them. I'd rather stand.
Does the name Saxnot mean anything to you?
Is that a village near Erdlaw?
Never mind. Do you have any fresh...
I don't.
Not to worry. Thanks for your...
Lord.
Okay.
That's not mine.
I think I might have a clue.
There may be a barrow.
Okay, apparently not.
This appears to... In memory of Romeo...
Somewhere outside. Maybe in the graveyard. Yeah. Well.
Here lies Margaret Tillett. Today...
Aww.
Joseph... Sam... Death is only...
Oh, hey.
Here lies...
It's actually
William
kind of
Pack,
cool
modest and
that we kind of, that we, you know, that you can, like the people here,
This appears
you
to
actually
be a
learn
recently...
something about
This
that.
appears...
Them. Huh.
Margaret dedicated...
Hmm.
What if I can't quite...
No.
I have nothing... I can't think of...
Hmm.
I don't want to take...
I don't know, kid, wanna have a gross apple?
I dare you to judge...
Easy.
Uh-huh.
Yuck!
Oh. Wow. Okay, cool. Not entirely sure why we did that. Okay, I kind of know what, like, they're getting at. I still don't know why.
I'm not hungry. Tins of corned beef. This looks like
Ah.
This looks like various... Good day.
Fresh.
Is that
Aye, perfect.
any good for...
Aye, penny a bunch.
I'm afraid I don't...
Sorry, miss. Does it look like...
Can we work something out?
Ah, dealing. No coin, no elderflower. What do you take me for?
Goodbye.
Ta-ra, miss.
Fair enough. Okay.
This cowbane certainly... I dare you to...
Easy. Yuck!
Okay. Oh.
Not tempting.
Oi, put those back.
Okay.
Sorry.
Huh? Okay. Right. Gonna do the Indiana Jones swap.
Hello. I...
Yuck!
I managed to swap...
Let's hope nobody tries to, you know...
Fresh Scotch eggs!
Oh?
Perhaps you'd be more interested. Freshly made.
No, thank...
Aww. Nope. But yeah, let's hope nobody's planning to feed any to the cow.
Good day. I have some elder...
Show me. Aye, that's elderflower. Let me know when you found some flowers.
Okay. I mean, Jane ran off, not sure where to.
I'll let the worm enjoy.
Aww, what a cutie. Oh.
Good day.
Hello.
My name is...
Ralph. Not seen you around.
I'm just visiting. What brings you to the market today?
I purchased a Scotch egg for me tea. You want a bite?
No, thank. I'm looking for some help with an excavation tomorrow. Might you be?
Sorry, miss.
Enjoy your Scotch.
I will.
Okay.
Nobody. The road. Mr. Lo. This appears to...
I don't know, man. It's... Yeah.
I've had an... This is where I dug...
Let's see, how can we maybe ask a lady
I have
again?
nothing else to ask.
Okay, I guess not.
This must be... Those have seen better. The flowers have long since dried. I can admire the craft. I've no time for some...
Oh, okay, okay.
This must be where the local...
Is there like anything I'm missing? Kind of feel like it's probably something with that weird, dubious, fresh grave, but...
John, dearly beloved, forever in light. Here lie today, Joseph. Death is here. William Pack, modest.
Yeah, I don't know. Something I'm missing probably somewhere.
I really don't. Good day.
Hey up.
Do you have any...
I'm a blacksmith.
Quite. Does the name...
Never heard.
Thanks for...
Aye.
Hello.
Good day.
Do you have any milk?
Not yet. Oh, no sign of me.
I'm a...
The produce. Good day.
How did...
I'm afraid it is...
Hey up. Don't you be going around telling folk...
It's prob... I have... There's...